Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching United TNT, and today we'll be discussing the upcoming match of Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur, which is this Saturday afternoon kickoff. We have been buzzing over the last 3 weeks, 3 wins in a row for Manchester United after last October, and before that it was even further back, right? So all of the Manchester United fans are right now in a electric mood. We want to continue that mood. This is the pre-match build-up to our game against Spurs. Spurs, who we lost the Europa League final last season. Bad loss. We should have won that game. A lucky win for Spurs, ending their 19-year drought of a trophy. But past is the past. Here, this season, we did perform well against Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Those two quick fire goals by Tottenham pegged us back to 2-1, and that last minute header by Matthias de Ligt getting us the draw 2-2 at the Hotspur Stadium. Let's see how we perform this weekend. What are the team news? What's the team update? How will we line up? What are Michael Carrick's plans for the team this weekend? How do we fare against Spurs? All of those will be packed into this video. Before we jump into it, fun fact, Manchester United has not won a game against Spurs for the last 8 matches. This is the longest that we've gone by beating Spurs in the Premier League. It's a very sad stat, and we will deep dive into that as well during this video. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. To begin with, I think first we will talk about what is the mood around the club right now. As you all know, 6th Feb is here. It is the saddest, most vulnerable time that Manchester United has seen in its history. The Busby Babes, the Munich air disaster that has been etched into this club's history. It is a Remembrance Day for United, 6th of Feb. That was the day when in 1958, that air crash happened, which killed around 22 people from the Manchester United squad, including 7 players. Sir Matt Busby also survived that crash, the first young group of the Busby Babes. We lost a lot of people, lost a lot of players in that accident. And post that is when the whole Busby Babes 2.0 came to life, and we know what that team did, right? But this is a very emotional day for all United fans, especially for the people working at the club. There will be a remembrance before the match. We will have a service on Friday, the 6th of February as well. And that's why Michael Carrick has done his press conference one day earlier, because the team will be busy in the remembrance of the 6th of Feb. So I think the pre-match program that we will have on Saturday will have a lot of nuances of the 6th Feb air disaster as well. There will be a 15-minute service. All this has been updated on the United website. You can go and check on that. So yeah, the mood always, whenever it's this time of the year, is a little dull at the club, because we have gone through one of the worst tragic things in football. And I think a lot of people resonate with Manchester United and the Munich air disaster. That is where the club came together. We built up from scratch. The whole team was dismantled during this time. But in that same year, the team went into the FA Cup final. They lost, but they went into the FA Cup final. It was a team that was built up after this disaster within a period of 1 to 2 months. So I will cover that in a different video. But yes, Remembrance Day, 6th of Feb, that will have some kind of impact on the pre-match activities that we see on Saturday. So that's one thing that is happening at the club, and I'm sure everyone who is a United fan knows that. Other than that, I think a lot of debate right now with a lot of pundits in the Premier League, in the European football leagues, right, is about Michael Carrick. How has he taken the team that Ruben Amorim left, which was not energetic, not playing fluid football, not have the legs to run more than the other team in matches, turned around to what we are seeing now, right? So Michael Carrick is getting a lot of praises, right? He has been, by a lot of pundits, when he was being hired, they said that he might not be able to do the job. They've taken a U-turn on that. And now they say that, okay, Michael Carrick can become the permanent United manager as well. So a lot of debate on that. I have probably seen 3 to 5 videos in the last 2, 3 days talking about the same topic, that should Michael Carrick get the job at Manchester United. I think it is too soon for that. Let him play out the season, right? Let's weigh up what our options are. There is Luis Enrique, there is Julian Nagelsmann, there is Carlo Ancelotti, there is Thomas Tuchel, Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner, Eddie Howe. There are so many names right now out there, and I don't think we need to be hastily deciding that Michael Carrick should or should not become the Manchester United manager going forward, probably from the next season, right? So, a lot of debate, a lot of conjecture. My take is the season should get over, and that's when the United board have to decide, do they go ahead with Carrick or do they have a more suitable name for a longer period of time. So that's my take. I think that we need to give the season the fair chance and the runtime that it should technically have. And then probably once the season is over is when we decide, right? So yes, that is happening. Other than that, I think a lot of positivity is around the club right now with the 3 wins that we've had. I don't think we see any negatives right now with Michael Carrick and his team performances. But I want to see when, if we lose a match, and I'm sure we will lose a match because we can't be winning every match for the remainder of the season, right? When we lose a match, how does this team respond? How do they come back? What is the tactics that Michael Carrick will use? And then what is the kind of team talk that he will use then is what I want to see. And then probably I would have more conviction on what Michael Carrick can do if chosen as a long-term manager. So let's see, wait and watch. Till then, we will enjoy what we are seeing. 3 wins in a row. 4th win is for sure going to happen this Saturday. I am very optimistic that we will beat Spurs at Old Trafford. Last season, the same match, we lost 3-0, a drubbing by Spurs for us at home. The last time we won at home against Spurs was 2022, right? Either it has been a draw or we've lost. So I really want our team to do justice to what this club deserves and beat Spurs this time. We have not won a match against Spurs for the last 8 consecutive matches. Last year, we lost 4 matches against Spurs, 2 in the Premier League, 3-0 at home, 1-0 away. Everyone knows the Europa League final, 1-0 at Bilbao, right? And EFL Cup, right? We went out to Spurs 4-3, right? So we've lost 4 matches against Spurs. They are a tricky opponent for us, but this season, we had a 2-2 draw, so which stopped that losing slide. And now is the next step when we go and win against them. So let's hope and let's see that United are going to win this match for sure. Now, coming to the squad that is available for us this match day, I think it's the similar squad that we had available against Fulham. The only absentee added to that was Mason Mount at the last moment. And I think Mason Mount will not be fit for this match as well. So the absentees that we will have now is Mason Mount, Matthias de Ligt, and Patrick Puskas-Dorgu. So these 3 are the absentees. Maybe Mason Mount does come back probably in the next match. Too soon for this match for sure. Other than that, I think we have a squad fully fit. Michael Carrick will have a plethora of options to choose. However, I feel that he will go with the exact same 11 that he fielded against Fulham, which means the lineup that I'm predicting for this match is Sonny Lamans in the goal, followed by Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez as the 2 centre-backs, followed by Luke Shaw on the left, Diego Dalot on the right. There is a chance that Mazraoui gets up a nod and starts a game. But I don't think right now, with the form and the performances that both Shaw and Dalot have given, we need to remove them from the team. So I would keep Mazraoui as a substitute and go with this back 4, followed by our 2 gems in the midfield, Casemiro and Kobe Mainu. Casemiro, you beauty. I hope you get an assist or a goal in this game as well. And it will be brilliant to see that. You need to go on a high. United will always thank you for the service that you've given to this club, especially after the career that you had at Real Madrid. You did not need to prove yourself again, but you chose United. You wanted to take up that challenge, and hats off to you for that. And I think you are showing everyone that how an old wine ages, and that's you for me. So Casemiro and Kobe Mainu to start in the midfield, followed by our front four, Bruno Fernandes at the 10, Cunha on the left, Ahmad on the right, and Mbeumo as our striker. I still feel Šeško should come off from the bench with the kind of performance that he gave against Fulham. We should have Šeško coming off from the bench. We have Xerxes who's fit again. Shea Lacey, if he can be put in the matchday squad, will good addition coming off from the bench. Mason Mount might not be there. We have Garte. We have a lot of defenders, Yoro, Haven, and everyone. So we'll have a strong bench for sure. But the starting lineup, I feel, will be the same that we played against Fulham. So that is the predicted 11 from me. Coming to our opponents, Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur's squad right now is a little depleted. They have, I think, more than 10 players who are out due to injuries since January. So I'm not going to take those names. Everyone is aware of those players. But the two players that they can look to have back in the defensive line is Christian Romero and Van de Ven. I think Van de Ven has always performed very well against Manchester United. I still remember his run from his own half where he scored from a cross from, I think, Son, right? And that was the 6-1 drubbing that United had at home, and Van de Ven had scored in that game. So Van de Ven and Romero will be the heart of the defense for Tottenham. Both of them had missed the last few games, either or, because of injuries, right? But they will be back. Other than that, I think Solanke, who has scored a brace against Manchester City and got Tottenham that draw, will be a doubt for this game, along with Jed Spence. I think he has some injury as well, and he might not be available. So these two players will not be available. But the midfield of Tottenham Hotspur is becoming and looking a lot more scarier than it used to be. Though they do not have Maddison right now, they have added Conor Gallagher from Atletico Madrid. He had made his debut in the last couple of matches. He's a very good addition to their midfield, along with Yev Bissouma and Pape Sarr. I think these three are fantastic players to have in the midfield, especially Bissouma and Sarr. I think they are the perfect example of what defensive midfielders should look like. They are ball breakers. They are hard in tackling. They make sure that they break up play very nicely and sit deep to protect the back four as well. So I think United will have to be wary of these three players. If all of these three are starting together, it's definitely going to be a midfield battle that Casemiro and Mainu will have to win for us to even go and start thinking of attacking Spurs. So from a team perspective, this is what squad Tottenham is going to have, and they will have to choose from this. But one good thing that I would say right now that we are playing Tottenham is Tottenham's league form is not that great. They have not won a game for the last 6 Premier League matches. They have only gained 3 points out of the total 18 that were available to them. So a pretty pathetic form that they are in right now. They're in the mid-bottom table, I think 13th or 14th spot right now at 29 points, if I'm not wrong. Yes, we have 11, 12 point gap with Tottenham. So league form is horrendous, right? They have not won a single game, as I said, in the last 6, but their form in the Champions League is fabulous. They had 2 back-to-back wins, I think, with Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Dortmund, which propelled them to finish 4th in the Champions League table. They have automatically qualified for the round of 16s. One of the 8 teams that have qualified, 5 of them were for England and 1 of them were Tottenham. I never saw that coming, that Tottenham will directly go through the knockout round. So it was a very good performance by Tottenham in the Champions League. However, their performance in the Premier League has been horrendous. Their away form is better than the home form, right? Their home form is pathetic. They have not won at the Hotspur Stadium for, I think, since last December. But their away form is great. Great in the sense that they are performing well away from home rather than at home. So yes, we need to be wary of that. Thomas Frank, who is the new manager who will be bringing Spurs to the Old Trafford this time around, has not won a single game at Old Trafford in his last 4 chances. Then he was a Brentford manager. The team scope and scale was different to what Tottenham is. He has better players now, apparently, though Brentford is performing well than Tottenham as well. But Frank has never won a match at Old Trafford. So that is a motivation for him something to be wary about again for Manchester United and Michael Carrick as well. Right. So that's the team news for Tottenham, and let's hope what they field. Now, for the predictions, right now, I am very confident that Manchester United will win this match. I will give you my prediction at the end of this segment. Before that, I think we need to be very much cognizant of the fact that we have not had a good form against Tottenham Hotspur. As I said in the starting of the video, we won a match against Tottenham back in 2022. Since then, we have played them 8 times. We have lost 5. We have drawn 3. Out of those 3 draws, 1 came this season. So the majority of the matches that we played against Tottenham, we were losing. Last season, we played them 4 times. They were the kryptonite that Manchester United was avoiding in the Europa League final, and we got them and we lost the final as well. I know our performance was better than Spurs in that final, but again, it always happens. There is one team that becomes your kryptonite in every season. This last season it was Spurs. Couple of seasons before that it was Wolves. Before that it was Bournemouth. So right, every time there is a team that you perform abysmally bad in a season against them. And last season it was Spurs. We lost 4 matches. We went out of the EFL Cup 4-3 to Spurs. We lost the Europa League final 1-0 to Spurs. We lost 2 Premier League games, 3-0 at home, 1-0 away to Spurs. All these 4 matches were against Spurs, and I think we need to change that this time. We have stopped the slide of losses by drawing the match last time around. We should have won that match as well. It was 2 quick fire goals from Spurs, and suddenly we started losing that game and we earned a draw. And I think that draw was a fair result. We did not deserve to lose that game for sure. So yes, I think we will end the curse. We will finally end the curse against Spurs and beat them. And we will beat them handsomely. That is for sure. I think the form is always scary, but I think, or the history is always scary. But when you see the current form of United, I think we have all the right reasons to be optimistic that we will beat Spurs this time around at Old Trafford. My prediction for this match is 4-2. 4-2 to United. I think it will be a game with a lot of goals because United obviously is firing on all cylinders. Because of Spurs' record against United and their away form that they have, they scored 2 beautiful goals against City. So I will not say that we will have a shutout with them. I think they will be able to score. I see this as a high scoring game, a high intensity game. Michael Carrick managing Manchester United. He was a player for Manchester United, but before that, he was a player for Spurs, right? It was his transfer 19 and a half years ago from Tottenham to Manchester United. And I think he knows that feeling. He definitely knows that feeling of playing against Spurs, his old club. Now he will have the feeling of managing a team against his old club, right? All said that done, right? I still feel United will have a handsome victory here. 4-2 is the predicted score from my end. And I am hoping that we end the jinx against Spurs this time around. Fun fact, this is a lunchtime kickoff. Manchester United has not lost a lunchtime kickoff since 2021 when City came to Old Trafford and beat us at a lunchtime kickoff. Omens, if you believe in that, I do. And I'm hoping that we will continue this record, that we are not beaten very easily at a lunchtime kickoff. And it's been 5 years that we've lost a match at that time, right? So let's hope that continues. I'm not jinxing it. But yes, optimistic, very excited. Can't wait to watch Manchester United play against on the weekend. This feeling has reignited after these last 3 performances. Before that, it was always scary that the weekend is coming. I have to watch United play again. Pray that we do not lose. Pray that we do not perform underwhelmingly bad, right? I think all that feelings have gone away. Thank you, Michael Carrick, for doing that. Thank you for the players. Thank you to the players for doing that. And let's hope we keep the momentum up. Manchester United for the win. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video as well. Till then, GGMU.